Hello guys, welcome to our new video. In this video we are going to design our own custom digital clock using JavaScript jQuery, and we will be allowing users to set alarms on at a specific time, and we'll play an audio when the alarm time comes. All right, so let's start. Without wasting any time, let's get into the coding. I'm going to start with an HTML template and I'll title it as digital clock with alarm. Right, let me go through the HTML part. Let me create a container. Inside container I will have an ID of clock which will be showing the current time. For now I will start it with 0 and I'm gonna make it work with the help of JavaScript. So I will also need a input type equals time, and from where users will be able to set the time for which they want the alarm to ring. I'll name it as ID alarm input. Okay, I will also need a button to set the alarm, so I'll name it as set alarm button, and I'll write here set alarm. Also I'll need a div to show the list of alarms currently set. Alarm list, I'll use this class for styling purpose, while I'll use this ID to access this div from JavaScript. For now the alarm list will be empty because on the first page load there won't be any alarm set, so it will be empty. I'll keep on appending things on this while I'm doing the JavaScript part. Also I'll need a button to stop the alarm while it's ringing. Class equals stop button. This is for styling purpose, while ID is to access it from JavaScript. Alarm button. Okay, and I'll say stop alarm. All right. Okay, then let's start the designing part now. Our HTML structure is ready. Now I'm going to design it to make it look a bit nice and beautiful. So let's start from the body tag. Right, let me start with the body tag. Font family, I'm gonna use Arial and sans serif. Text align center. Background color, let me try a random one. Let me see how it looks. Okay, not bad. This would be a dark theme, so color needs to be a lighter one because I'm using dark background. This might work. Cool, this looks a good combination. Black and sort of blue, light blue. Margin and padding needs to be 0. Okay, cool. Now let's move to the container. I need some margin at the top. Let's go with 50px, and we'll need some padding too. Okay, now let's move to clock. Font size should be on some upper limit, maybe 48 pixel. It might work. It works. Then margin bottom, I need some margin at the bottom of the clock so that it doesn't get connected with this. There's enough space now. Now after clock, let me move into the input and button section. Okay, I'm gonna give some common CSS that could be applied to both of these elements. Margin 10px on the one side while 5px on other side. Padding would be 10px. Border none. Border radius 5px. font size, let's go with 16px. Yeah, getting into some sort of shape now. I'm gonna change the width of the input to maybe 150px. Okay, looks good now. And for button, I'm gonna change the background color. Let me use this color for background. Okay, the blue one. Yeah, and the color now can be this darker one to make it look cool. Okay, and then the other thing will be cursor pointer, so that currently it's not indicating that this is clickable. So now it indicates that the buttons are clickable, right? Also, I'll handle some hover effect, and in hover effect I just need to change the background color. Let me use a random one. Okay, let's go with this color. Nice one. Okay, so now we'll be appending something on this, and we'll be designing that after we write the JavaScript part. Okay, let me go through the JavaScript section now. So for starting JavaScript section, let me initialize all the elements that I will need to access throughout this script. So let's start with the clock. Const clock equals, let me go with $sign, clock equals $clock. All right, const $alarm input equals $alarm input. Const alarm list equals $alarm list. Const stop alarm button equals stop alarm button. Const alarm sound. Okay, I also need alarm sound, but I haven't created an audio. You know what, I'm going to play an audio when the alarm is ringing, so I need to have an audio tag, right? I'll name it as alarm sound, and the src would be this alarm.mp3, right? I already have an mp3 file. I already have the mp3 file. You can see here, you can use any audio you want. So I already have alarm, so I'm using this one. Okay, and I will set the preload to auto. Okay, so when the alarm should ring, I will just play this sound. So in order to play this sound, I need to catch it and store it in a variable. Alarm sound, I need to play it, that's why I'm using the 0 index. Okay, and the next thing I will need is an empty array to store the all the alarms that have been set currently, because we are allowing users to set multiple alarms simultaneously, right? So there will be an empty array for now. Now let's start with the clock part. First we need to make the digital clock work, because this is not working currently. It needs to show the current time. Let's go with it. So I need to use set interval, because I will be calling the same thing every second in order to make the clock work, right? So first I need to know the current time. Const now equals new date. This should give me the current time, but I need to format it as per my requirements. So what I'm gonna do is change the text of the clock with the proper time format, right? ENGV. Okay, const current time equals now dot to time string dot slice 05. Okay, well, let me remove this and let's see and run this every 1000 millisecond. Okay, this means every second or every 1000 millisecond. Let's check if it's working or not. There's some problem over here. There's an error. Let me check what's the error. The error is in this line. This line. Dollar clock is fine. Dollar clock the text is fine. Oh, it's not new, it's now, right? There is still some error. Okay, the error is maybe dollar is not defined. That's what I was expecting. Because we are using jQuery here to select the elements, we need to include jQuery, right? So let me find CDN link for jQuery. Let me use this one. Let me remove this. Okay, now it should work. Oh, still there's some error. There's a spelling mistake. I need to do local like this. See, the digital clock is now working fine, right? So after the clock is working fine, now I need to allow users to add alarms, right? Add alarms. So in order to add alarm, we have a button to add alarm. Where is the button? Where is the button? Set alarm, right? This one is the button. So I need to catch the click event on that button. On click, we got to call a function, and the function will do what? Take the value of the input field, alarm input dot val, if there is some time and the time is not included in our alarm array, right? What this does is that it checks if the time is already available in our alarm array or not. If that is already, then the alarm would be duplicate, right? We want to control the duplicate alarm. That's what this condition checks for. So if the alarm is to be set, what we're gonna do, we're gonna push this time to that array, which will maintain all the current alarms, and we are also gonna append something to this div, right? Alarm list that append. So what we're gonna add or append to it is the individual alarms, right? So I'll save the time as a attribute in this div, which we'll be using while removing this, and I'll name this as a class equals alarm item, which I'll be using to design this thing with CSS. I'll also show the time over here, time, and then I'll create a remove button, right? Button class is equals to remove button, remove, and close that button. Okay, looks good. After this, I need to reset the input value. Alarm input val would be blank. Fine. Now what it does is I can set alarm, and it has added here, appended here. It can append another thing, it would append another thing, and it would append the other alarm in this way. Okay, why this couldn't be added? Because it is already in there. I have checked the duplicate one, right? So I hope you got the point. Now I am going to design this part, right? So for designing that, what I need to do is I need to grab the class name. The class name is alarm list. I'll give it a width of 50% and margin 0 auto, so that it would be on the center of the screen, right? Yeah, should work now. And then I will design the alarm item, which is the individual alarm. Margin of 15px0, padding of 5px, background would be maybe 444, border radius would be 4px, display flex, justify content center, align items center, color would be white. Let me check. Nice. Okay, it looks good. So what maybe we need to change this justify content, right? I'll make it as space around so that it won't get congested. Look, this looks better. This looks better, far better than the previous one, right? So what next? I also need a stop button. Yeah, there's a stop alarm button. Let's design this as well. Stop button. What I'll do, margin top would be 20px, padding would be 10px, background would be red, so color would be white, border, I don't want border on this, border radius would be 5px, cursor would be pointer, right? But while there is no alarm ringing, I don't need it, so by default I'll make it display none, and I'll show it only when the alarm is ringing, right? Right now there's nothing to stop. It makes sense. Okay, so I'll need to render the hover effect for this one as well. I'll just change the background color to dark red. Okay, we'll see that later. And then what's remaining? We can now add the alarm easily, right? But we cannot remove it, and the alarm doesn't play at this time, right? So we need to first make the remove alarm feature, right? Remove alarm. So just think how we're gonna do it. How we're gonna do it is when user clicks on this remove, we need to remove that corresponding one, right? So the alarm list dot on click which remove button, button function, oh my god, function okay, we need to get the time, we need to get this time on which user has clicked the remove button. So this dot parent dot attr attribute data time. What we're doing is we're catching this attribute. That's why we put this attribute here, in order to make it easy to catch us when required. And then I would do alarms dot splice alarms dot index of time 1. What it does is it removes the current time from this array, right, which contains all the current alarms, because the alarm is we are removing should be removed from this array as well. So we have removed this. Also, what we need to do, we need to remove the element, right? This element which was added when setting the alarm. We need to remove this div, right? Let's check now. Let me add multiple alarms run for now. Okay, so let me remove one now. There is some error, I guess. Let me check. No, there is no error. Maybe I missed something, I don't know. Let's see. Set alarm, remove, it's not working. Let's see. Remove button, is the spelling correct? Oh, remote button, remove button, the spelling was a mistake. Let's see now. Now it's showing some error. Oh, there's another spelling mistake. So let me test it now. Okay, now it's working now. Let me set some multiple alarms. Now I can remove any alarm I want, right? Okay, so this feature is also working now. Now I need to ring the alarm. That's what we are here for. So I'm gonna use this same interval, same set interval in order to achieve that as well. Okay, so what I will do is I'll get the current time on the proper format that I want. Time string that slice 0 to 5, and I'm gonna check if alarm contains that value or not. What it does, it every second it checks if that time is allocated to some alarm or not. If that is allocated, then what it will do, it will play the sound first. It will play the sound which is here, right? But this is not the end. It should play the sound and then it should show the stop alarm button. So we need to show the stop alarm button now, and then same as removing, we need to remove that from the array, right? Is it the one? Yeah, it is. Alarms, from alarms we need to remove not time but current time, and similarly we need to remove the parent as well. So the parent, we can't get it like that here. We need to use alarm list dot find, find something which has data time equals dollar current time. Make sense? Need to use a double quote for this. Data time equals current time. Anything that has data time equals current time, that should be removed. Fine, let's check it out. Let me add an alarm for 42, and we need to wait for some time. Let me add another alarm for 43 as well. So we need to wait for 20 seconds now. Just keep your focus on this and let me know if you hear the alarm or not. Let me put the volume to the maximum. 4, 7, 8, 9, boom. Yeah, the alarm is ringing and we have shown the stop alarm button as well. I'm gonna stop it now. Oh, we have not written the code to stop the alarm yet. Okay, let me write the code to stop the alarm. All right, so to stop the alarm, what we're gonna do, we're gonna track the event first. Stop alarm button dot on click. We'll call this function alarm sound dot pause. Oh, I'm sorry. Alarm sound dot pause. Alarm sound dot current time equals 0. That means we are taking the sound audio player to the initial state, right? And then we got to hide the button, stop alarm button. All right, so let's check it again. Oh, we need to wait for longer now. We'll set the alarm for 44 and then keep waiting up to here. Let me revise it in lane, right? We'll be just tracking if the alarm rings or not. Okay, this is the summary. We made some HTML, we designed it, and then we used jQuery and JavaScript to make the clock work first, and then add new alarm, remove some alarm, stop if some alarm is ringing, and this is done with set interval. All right, let's check if alarm is ringing or not. 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, boom. Look, it's working. Now I'm going to stop it. Yeah, it's stopped as well, and it is gone from the list, current list as well. You might have noticed that the alarm did not ring at exactly at 0 second. That is because my audio, the first few seconds of that audio is empty, right? But the audio has already played, so it doesn't matter for you. You can choose any audio of your choice and it will play on exactly on 0 seconds, right? So hope you guys love this video. Don't worry about the source code. There's a link in the video description below from where you can find the complete source code, and also the every source code for all of our videos that we post on YouTube. You will find it in the same website. Please go and use the search feature on the website to find code, or you can just click the link from our video and get to the code. Okay, and this much for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe us if you want more interesting and useful videos like this. Cheers guys.